It's just different.
Senior, you got people telling you, oh, you got to go to college, you got to do this, you got to do that. If you feel like you have something else that you want to put your energy into, there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Right.
Or if you just want to work, that's up to you. You can work, but don't just go to college just because you feel like it. Yeah. Obviously, you're going to learn, like he said, you're going to learn a lot of stuff about yourself. Because I feel like the most learning you do in college is not in school.
Not at all, bro.
Especially when you move away from the crib and you're on your own.
See, it's weird because the dorms, that's one thing. Are you chilling in the dorms freshman year? You popping. Sure. Sophomore year, I was an RA.
Freshman year kind of sweet, though, for real. But after that,
God bless you.
Sophomore year, I was an RA. And it was like, okay, still chilling, whatever. Junior year, that was when I've always worked. I always had a job. That wasn't nothing, I think. Junior year, there was one point I'm holding 3 jobs, but it's like, it was the paying the bills, jumping into that. And I was like, oh, like, this is different. And then trying to work full-time, be in school full-time, and pay bills. It was like, that one hit weird. But, yeah, no. Definitely what homie's saying, like, my biggest thing, I used to always tell to people, like, because the idea is that college will make you successful. Success equals money. And I'm like, so if you want to make money, you don't need to go to college. So I was always like, fuck college, it's a joke, da-da-da-da. But it's like straight. Then I had to pull myself back, reel it in, and be like, some people want that. Some people want to go to college and do this. And it's like, if it's for you, then it's for you. Just not everybody. Me personally, I did it. But at the end of the day, I was like, dang. I don't regret a lot of things. And so it's like, been there, done that. That was a memory. But it's like, still, I tell people all the time, I'm not a big fan of school. And so
look at college like a tool in the toolbox. It's something that can help you get the job done. Like, he wants to be run a business. You got a business degree, that's gonna help you in the long run. But don't just go to college and think. Because I had that same mindset too when I first went to college. Oh, I'm going to college, everything's just gonna work itself out. You got to put the work in too. It's not just going to school, going to class, going home. You got to put the work in to get to where you want to get to in life.
Yeah.
This man already got a plan, so he gonna be straight. He gonna be set.
Like I said, bro, we still working.
For sure, bro.
He gonna be set.
I feel like, I don't know, with college, like, I can speak from first-hand experience because, hey, I came off my freshman year, living life like Larry.
Doing great.
And then we slid into sophomore year.
Living life like Larry.
Hey, bro, first semester, sophomore year, we just finished that semester up. And I ain't gonna lie, that was a tough semester. Like, I feel like academically, that was probably my hardest semester. I don't know if because I added a bunch of hard classes in that were probably not necessary at the moment, but I just feel like that was probably one of the toughest semesters. Like, I don't know if it was just I feel like maybe it was just bad timing with everything that was going on. Like, I'm out here trying to kick it. I'm trying to be cool. Like, that's one thing. But then you got your work to do every day. You got different professors, different professors is like having a different boss every hour you go to. So you just in class like, okay, this professor don't like us to do X, Y, and Z, so we in here like this. He doesn't like our work to be like this. This other professor, he kind of laid back, he cool. He doesn't ask for much. This other professor is a whole different type of person to deal with. So especially like talking about from a learning standpoint outside of school, you definitely learn people skills. You learn how to make it on your own. You learn what it's like, hey, being broke when you're down bad. Like, hey, I need a little bit of bread. Hey, go ahead and get you a job.
For sure.
Yeah, money management is a big thing you learn. But just for the folks that's in high school right now, I'm just like, hey, man, I honestly don't know what I want to do. Is college the right move? I feel like if you have the opportunity to get it for free, slide. There's if you don't know what you want to do, slide. Because you can get your first semester and be like, I know one thing, I don't know what I want to do, but I know this is not what I want to do. So you already checked something off your list, bro. So I feel like if you okay, I'm up in the air with it, you can hit a semester and be like, okay, this is what I want, this is not what I want, figure that out, then you can go on to your next idea and be like, okay, I'm kind of rocking with this. But for the people who against college, I don't think it's a terrible thing, but if you're not rocking with it, hey, don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let nobody be like, hey, you got to go to college. It's the only way. The only way is the only right way. Hey, well, there's a lot of different things, bro. One of my professors used to say, hey, nowadays you can get money off bullshit. And yes, you can get money off bullshit. Because you can go do a little TikTok video, start getting your little sponsors up, now you're getting bread. So I feel like if you have an idea, bro, rock with it. Because if you want to just get out of school and just be like, hey, bro, I'm just trying to go to work, bro. I'm not trying to do all that extra stuff. Hey, bro, go ahead and get you a job, bro. The job market is booming right now, bro.
For real, bro.
Money's there to get
I think it's funny. I know you didn't really mean bullshit. I mean, I know what
Yeah,
the professor
but,
said,
yeah.
but like, I had to slow down sometimes because like you see somebody. Nah, I don't want to advocate for it, bro. Survival. At the end of the day, we're all mice for real, and so like I said, Blackmouse, you trying to survive, and so it's like you see different people. I used to see people be like, oh, like they asking for money or they getting money from this and this and that. Hey, slow down, nigga. They doing what they gotta do to survive, dog. But like you just got a different route. But yeah, no. Piggyback, the college thing. That's definitely how I feel about, you know, the way you should. And I'm not one to be like, oh, you should do it this way. I personally, I'm an experiment, bro. A trial and error kind of life. Like I've done this and tried this and this don't work and whatever. And like, I mean, if you feel like that's something that I think for real, try it. Like he said, if you can get paid to go to school, they're gonna pay for it. Yeah, do that. Then you'd be like, I don't want to. Whatever. I mean, no love lost. Like at the end of the day, I don't think shit.
Yeah, live your life, man. I feel like we talking about life. There really is no like. It's not a cookie cutter. Not one thing works for everybody. There's no blueprint. You kind of just out here figuring. We all, to be honest, like I talk to a lot of adults that's just like, hey, this is my job right now, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if this is really what I want to do. Like a lot of people think they gotta have everything figured out, and you really don't.
Crazy.
Everybody still figuring it out.
And don't like,
bro. Look, not my fault.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, I just something that you said. I mean, it triggered, bro. Recently, I've been saying a whole like, we all in our own world for real, and we just trying to make the mugs collide. We just trying to make them work together somehow. And so like, yeah, no, just because somebody on one hand is this, and then you can go ahead with your thought. I had another one that sparked in my mind about it.
I just wanted to say real quick, like, I know a lot of people get caught up in like, oh, I'm gonna be a lawyer when I get older, and then when that doesn't work out, they feel disappointed. And it's like, bro, just like he said, there's no blueprint. It's not cookie cutter. It's not perfect. It's not linear. You're not finna just, oh, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be a lawyer. Some people, it works like that. A lot of people, it's gonna be a lot of trial and error with doing that. And me, I always felt that way too, because everybody around me, it seemed like they had a perfect plan. And I never had any plan. I still don't know what I want to do. And I had people get on me like, damn, you still don't know what you want to do? You 20, you don't know what you want to do? And it's like, damn, like, you feel bad about it, but
when you graduate,
this made me feel better though. Like, I talked to my grandpa like a couple weeks ago. And he told me, I asked him, what age did you feel like a fully grown man? He told me 60 years old. And I said, all right, say less.
He said 60 years old.
I'm straight.
I mean,
no, go ahead, bro. What you have to say?
I'm gonna say just kind of like off the same things that ain't cookie cutter or whatever. I work with a dude. I ain't even gonna say his name, but it's just like it's interesting to talk to him because it's like you'll hear him and then be like, oh, you know, I did this. You know, he had a good job, whatever, and for whatever decisions he decided to leave, but he'll get there and it's like, you know, he'll hone in. A lot of people are interested in you know, Blackmouse and whatever. I sold a bunch of shirts at work, and so like one dude would be like, the dude I'm talking about, he'd be like, oh yeah. What you need to do is this, and and what you need to do is this. Then you'll get him, we'll get talking shit, and he'll be like, oh, like, that's why you can't, whatever, you're doing whatever. And I'm like, bro, like, and then it hits, I slow down, and it's just like, my mind can do this. And this ain't even just me talking shit. It's like, homie's 45.
Hey, no, we not gassing, bro.
I'm not gassing. I promise I'm not gassing. And it's just like, this is just kind of what I mean, where it's like, bro, like, because sometimes I'll really be talking to him, I'm like, bro, like, come on now, like, open up a little bit, stretch your mind. And it's like, he said some shit one day and now I was gassing. Look, he was talking shit. And I'm like, bro, I had to slow down and really be like, I looked at this dude like, dude, like, you're 45 years old. I'm 23 and we're stacking boxes. We're putting cans on the same line right now. And it's like, this ain't it. You're complaining about some jobs that you had and whatever. And homie wants, let me throw some good stuff in there. Homie wants to do a magazine and whatever. And I'm like, yo, do that. Like, but, oh, I'm not, the excuses, bro, are always, like an excuse, let me define that shit, dog.
It's an asshole. Everybody got them and they stink.
And they stink.
Hey, bro.
But look, hold up. I want it, because I be saying it my own way.
That's fine.
The excuse is an attempt to lessen the blame. Oh, no, there we go. A reason or explanation put forward to defend or justify a fault or offense. Whatever that means. What I be saying is, bro, I'd be like, an excuse is anything that you can tell me for, or any reason that you have for not doing something, whether that be something you want. Literally, that's what it is. Like, oh, I'm not doing this because that's your excuse. But it's like, okay, at what point do your excuses just, you know, pile up like that shit in the corner and start sneaking? You know, like it's not.
And at the end of the day, you're gonna be the only person that gotta live with them. I mean, I feel
so,
like
home is my fault though.
it takes a lot of anger and distress off of you when you start making excuses. You like,
yeah, bro.
Because I used to be that person.
Just do it,
this
bro.
person did this. This person did that.
I'm not going to the gym.
But what did you do though? That's the real question. What did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do to change your situation?
I'm
You
not
can't
doing
blame
this.
nobody else.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
on you.
Yeah, bro. I think that's real spill. And like back to like my professor, like he my calculus professor. Like most people would go into his class and be like, bro's tweaking. Because he really was tweaking. But like the more I sat and listened to him, like I always sat in the front of the class, I'm like, hey, because bro really like he subject leaps like a lemur. He all over the place. But when you catch what he's saying, it's just like, what? And like it makes a lot of sense. Like I just be thinking like one day he pointed out like he talked about like he's from India, somewhere in India. He starts talking about deception. Like he really can't, like some of his words he kind of like chops up because this is not his original language. It's not his native language. But he was like, he said they call it deception. And he started talking about like, it was math, but he was like, people that act like they know how to do it in class, like in class, you can look and get this answer and like kind of fool me to say, oh, I understand this. But when I give you this test and I tell you to write out all the steps and all you know is the answer, he said that's deception. If you don't really know what you're doing, he talked about like how people came out of like algebra or college algebra and got an A in college algebra, but think they can get an A in his class because they cheated on all that. He said that knowledge is deception. It's just like basically like deceiving yourself. Like he was basically all this to say like be honest with yourself. What do you really know? Like do you feel like Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that's crazy. I mean, I definitely, I fuck with that. But I think it's crazy because at the end of the day, bro, like, at least for me, and it's like, I'm a different type of person. I learn things a different way, but like, I feel like my experience through college, it definitely was like deception. All I'm trying to do is remember what they're saying to take this test and get it. But it's like, I mean, we in the world, we in life, and in my experience, bro, I've job hopped like a mug, and it ain't all like that. It's like at the end of the day, you're gonna, whatever it is they want you to learn, you're gonna learn it how you learn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
for sure.
Deception.
Like deception. When I heard it, I was like, deception. He was like, hey, you only fooling yourself. I said, yeah, that's true. Because at the end of the day, he started talking about like the real world. He said, at the end of the day, if they say, oh, you took calculus, okay, let me put you over here with these guys, and I just need you to just chop these formulas up, get us these measurements, and then you start looking at these numbers, and you like, I don't know what I'm doing. Then you're in trouble because you just deceived us with your degree and saying you took these classes, but you really don't know what's going on. So that's when I sat back and thought, like, when I'm learning different stuff in life, whether it be like math, or even like something simple like learning how to drive. If I can get behind the wheel, hey, Trev is one of the toughest teachers to get behind the wheel with. If I get behind the wheel and like play it off or like, hey, I'll drive around the block, and then I get on the highway and just like don't know what's going on, then you're in trouble. So I feel like be honest with yourself, whether it be like making excuses like, okay, do I really want to do this, or is this just something I can do, or is it an idea that I have? Don't deceive yourself. Be honest with yourself. But like, can I really do this? And like, do I really want to do this, or am I just talking right now? Is this something good to say? That's why I feel like don't deceive yourself with college, because I feel like me coming as a freshman, or even like my senior year of high school, I was like, damn, I can go here. But it's just like, bro, let me be honest with myself. Do I really feel like I can go halfway across the country by myself, and sit there and be like, okay,
hey,
this work?
I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt, homie, because my thoughts are like on the other end. So it's like, as far as the deception thing, I think the concept and what the teacher was going with, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool for sure. Like, know the shit you're talking about, whatever. But then like, as far as yourself and whatever, I feel like you'll never know until you like do it or try it and be like, I don't like this. You know what I mean?
Yourself in that situation.
And bro, I've been saying this one too. Like, to be comfortable all the time is to not grow. Like, you can't grow being comfortable. Like, you got to get uncomfortable. Okay, what does this feel like? Okay, facts. You know, boom. Now I got a new skill or whatever. Like, for you to be like, I'm going across it. I don't imagine that's what you're really trying to do. Maybe.
Like me personally, like with stuff like that, it was just like, all right, college. I was like, hey, I knew for sure I did not want to sit in Topeka, Kansas, at Washburn University or something like that. And that's not knocking anybody that decided to go to Washburn because they're a top school, law school or whatever. But in my opinion, it was just like, what really can I get done here? Like, can I force myself? Like, I feel what he's saying. Like, I had to get up out of here because it was like Cole always says, a small mindset, like a small town mindset, and I feel like that's something that I was getting trapped in. Like, okay, I feel like I'm the best here, but then I go to Oklahoma and I like no like brag, but it was like, okay, I can be really smart, I can be on my grades, I can be on top of that. I feel like I can be one of the smartest people in the room. But then I go to Oklahoma and I sit in a room with like probably we're a study session, and I sit with this girl and she's just like, everybody's struggling with like this certain concept. She probably the best in the class, didn't get lower than a 99 on the test, this, that, and the third. But we're all sitting there and we're just like, I'm sitting here listening to her talk and like her thought process. I'm like, bro, nobody else is thinking like that but her. So it kind of like when you get out of your box, it kind of like forced me to be like, okay, now I felt like I was the best. Now, like, am I average? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, that's just,
this is how she thinking.
That's just another world in your world right here.
Yeah, bro, you just gotta
expand
yourself.
Well, bro, I'm glad y'all brought that up. How do you find a happy medium? Because I struggle with this every day too. Like, am I being too comfortable? Like, I need to let me put myself in this position where I'm uncomfortable, and then I'm gonna find out like, damn, you rose to that situation and you did your thing. Like,
I mean,
how do you find a happy medium between being real with yourself and being kind of having that childlike, being naive?
I feel like that's
because you know kids, they'll do anything. Like they don't even think about the
I'm gonna just be real with you,
they just
bro.
do it.
All of my life, like as long as I can remember, like to a degree, like, and I'm trying to find what that degree is, but it's like as far as be realistic, it's like that's never really been a thing. Like nigga, like it's like okay, I want this.
You think that's from your childhood, just never having that?
Maybe, bro. Never like shoes, that it's always. I was never gonna have a pair of Yeezys. Now I got like damn 8 something. I don't know. It's just, bro. It really is just a matter of like, if you want to do it. So like, go back to like him saying, "Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this?" Bro, I didn't fidgeted with yo-yos. I'm gonna be a professional yo-yo. Like, no, you don't really want to do that, nigga. Like, I think it's if it's you gotta realize that like, okay, boom. Like, I definitely have a genuine interest in this. However it makes you feel. In my case, determine that like with tattooing. But and it's just like, okay, cool. Like I wanna open up my own shop. I wanna have a few different shops, like one in Miami or something. But it's just like taking the steps to do that. So it's like it's not realistic, but it's just like that's what I mean by thinking outside the box, bro. I want to do this and this and this. Like, okay, it's like that's not realistic as long as you're doing what's necessary to get there. And it's like you gotta know, you know what I mean?
You like so basically saying like, okay, you want to do it, but what are you doing to achieve that? Like a lot of people say, I want to do this. It's not realistic unless you. It's not realistic if you say I want to do it, and then you just sit.
Because there's a difference between saying I want to go to the NBA and I want to like me start a podcast.
That's fact. Well, for sure, bro. And it's like
I feel like even with going to the NBA, is you in the gym saying I want to go to the NBA. I'm in.
And I feel like it's a lot of. I get what he's saying because you might get a lot of niggas doing that, but it's like.
Put work.
You can put it, bro. That's. I feel like that. I imagine that to be tough because it's like I don't play a lot of basketball.
Now let's take that back. I want to say NBA because that's top of the top, like 0.1%. Starting a tattoo shop. Already taking those steps, like bro, you practicing, you getting working, so when that time comes, you ready. So you already
just
got
do it,
reps
bro.
in.
Like it really is like.
It's like shooting in the gym. You getting reps in every day. You put in work.
And bro, right now, and it's like. I don't like to think of life like you're supposed to do. Like it's definitely not that. And like you hear a lot of people even say like, "Oh, you're supposed to in your 20s. You're supposed to do." No, bro. Like you're bro. We're all gonna die, and it's just like memento mori. I posted a tab picture with that. But look, but literally, at the end of the day, it's like you can stop and settle and be like, "Oh yeah, this is what I want to do." But it's like, bro, try it. Whatever it is, try it. I'm thinking about breeding dogs now, and I've never ever said that. Like, I got 2 dogs. I'm like, there's bred in breeding dogs. Like, oh, that would be fun too. Have a little puppies, whatever. I don't know. Just try it, bro. And it's like, I don't know. You'll figure it out.
I like
and
that
even if you don't, we're figuring it out.
I like that you said that because even with me, with starting a podcast, I even talked to one of my guys, Jay Coop, and he told me, bro, the whole reason why I haven't started a podcast is I've been wanting to do this because I was scared. I didn't have the confidence. And I thought about that too. Like, damn, I ain't had the confidence to start a podcast either. And then now I'm getting to that point to like, damn, like you said, you're gonna die one day. Am I gonna let fear control my life, especially in my younger years when I could be building something great?
Bro, let's not even go that deep. I mean, it ain't even gonna be. It could literally just be like I said, like, bro, let's use the gym for instance. Like, oh damn, you know, if I would have did this 5 years ago, I'd be big as hell now, or just whatever. It's like, you really want to live your life. Okay, boom. Damn, if I would have did this many years ago, I'm not living my life on the like, oh, if I would have did that. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, facts. This is kind of what I want to do. Boom. Let me do it.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I felt like, damn, I don't want to be that person. Like, even in talking to my guy, I'm like, damn, bro. That's why I'm glad we came together, but it's like we can't let this stop us from doing what we want to do. Obviously, it's gonna be scary at first, bro, but you just gotta start doing it, getting your reps up. I don't want to be that person, bro, that lets fear control my life. Cause me, I'm a very realistic person, and sometimes I feel like I'm too realistic, and I let that stop me from doing what I want to do. And I'm not trying to live like that no more. So that's why we're here right now.
I don't feel like from a opposite side of the spectrum. With me personally, I feel like, hey, bro, I'm gonna go. There's a quote. I can't remember what the quote was, but he was just like, go into something like you've done it 1,000 times before. And me personally, like, I feel like some people like, bro, you're cocky, you're overconfident. And sometimes I could be nervous the whole time, but I'm gonna go into it like, hey, bro, this is just what I do every day. I wake up and do this. Like, even like I can remember my first time getting behind the wheel. I had no idea. Like my real first time getting behind the wheel, I had really no idea what I was doing. I was like, hey, I'm in here. Like I've been in the car with people before. I've seen people drive. I know how this works. Whole time I didn't, but it's cool. So I get behind the wheel, and all I remember is, hey, just tap the gas, and the gas was like, the pedal was a little. It was a little. I just
woo woo.
It was just a little weaker than I thought, so I pressed it, and we go in reverse like 45 miles an hour in reverse. I'm like, bro, what am I doing? But the whole time I'm like, even though I may have been like, okay, let me chill out because I'm wilding right now, but I feel like from the opposite side of the spectrum, like, be confident to an extent, because sometimes I can just let my confidence go. Hey, I'm gonna do it. Whatever I'm doing, I'm just gonna do it. Like, let your confidence go. But don't get to the point where sometimes I feel like, all right, bro, you wilding right now. Like, you know
I know what you mean, bro. Yeah. I walk around every day and like even at work, like, oh, I'm the GOAT, like whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just like whatever, and it's like I'll say that, and it's just like like you gotta own a lot. Like if you're trying to do something, bro, you can't half-ass it. That's like And I be telling people like this chick at work be on, oh, I gotta eat right. It's like you know, talk is a lot, bro.
Sounds good.
Definitely, like I walk around like okay, boom, like, yeah, no, I got that, whatever. I'm cool. We got the, and it's you just do it, like for real. And if you don't, like, then you tried it and you're learning to do it, and then you get better at doing it, and it's like, damn, then niggas is looking at you like, bro, you do tat, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, definitely. I say, like he said, like, have your confidence, but don't go too overboard with it. And even if you do, I feel like, me personally, like, there's a lot of stuff people be like, bro, he not nervous, but whole time I be nervous.
Facts,
more nervous than a guy that's biting his teeth and shaking his boots. But hey, I'm gonna sit here like this, like I ain't have not an issue with it, and be confident with it. I may be 2,000 times more nervous than the most nervous person in the room, but hey, we gonna look confident and at least do it confident.
And then to jump off a homie's thing with so I'll be in the gym a lot. Like I'm like, and at one point I was like, damn. Like what do I, and I do tattoos, whatever, media, again, that's free marketing. And I'd be like, damn, like I'd be in the gym a lot, like I could probably get sponsored somehow, I could do this, but in order to do that, you got to build a platform. And so like for me personally, I don't like to post, and it's like if I post, it's like I realize, you know, in my mental, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm just in a different state of mind, you know, I'm manic or whatever reason, like I'm posting a lot, and it's just goofy stuff, but I'm like, I don't want that to be the reason. I want to just be comfortable posting. And so it's like, it was like, oh, fear, like, why do I not want to post? I might not. You know, there's just a lot of things that just drive you away from something, but it's like, nah, bro, like, really just do it. And so, like, I've been trying to get better about that. Like, okay, one thing now is, like, Instagram, you got to post 3 times a week. Or there's ideas, but it's just like, if you don't do it or if you don't try it, then you never going to know. Like, if you, bro, and it's a lot of people that will tell me, especially with some things that I've done, that'll be like, oh, no, this ain't going to work, da-da-da. Okay, try this. No, it won't work. It's like, how do you know that? Like, you haven't. And it's like, we ain't going there.
Yeah, look, never let nobody, like, put their limitations on you. Just because, even if it's like, I tried it, like, definitely taking considerations. But when someone says, "Oh, that's not gonna work," oh yeah, like me, I'm the oh yeah person. We'll see.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
That's facts.
Definitely don't let anybody put their limitations on you, because what they can't do is just something that they strictly can't do. Like there's nothing more to it. But me personally, if someone's like, "Hey, bro, you're not gonna be able to do that," okay,
Every single
just
time,
watch.
bro. It's like a flame get lit or something,
Yeah,
bro.
that's exactly what it is. Like somebody
Okay.
like a fire, do not say I cannot do something, because that
Yeah,
right
bro.
there will set me.
I'll be like,
Yeah,
oh,
bro.
you can't, like, bet. Like, that's the only thing I hear in the room,
Okay.
bro.
Bet. I heard you, and that's all I really need for real. Like I don't know. Even with simple stuff, that can be a downfall for me, because I'll make bets like they be like, someone be like, "Hey, you can't braid hair for real," and whole time I'm playing, but in the back of my head, it's like,
Nigga, I can't
I'll
figure
figure out
out
how to
hair.
braid. I'll figure out
bro.
how to braid hair. I'll go braid it up. I'll get on somebody's head and figure it out. Like sometimes I'll make silly bets. Like I was on the phone like a couple of days ago, just talking about, "Hey, bro, my 6-pack coming." "Oh yeah, yours really not coming. I'm closer than you." "Okay, we're gonna see who gets a 6-pack first, and I promise you could get it before me, but hey, I'll be in the gym cramping up like what he got going. Hey, I've been in the gym and hit 1,001 sit-ups, crunches,
He said 1,001. What
running,
you need to
jump
do,
ropes.
nigga, is change your diet. Anyway.
That's definitely, hey, bro. I was saying the same things.
That's
Diet,
simple.
abs is made in the kitchen, bro. Nowhere else, bro. And that's why I've been changing my diet, bro. I've been drinking a lot of water, bro. Eating a lot of greens. I definitely don't like salads, but hey, I've been trying them.
That's how
I'm definitely gonna get it.
Look, me and him go talk after this.
For sure, bro.
Hey, bro. I got so much knowledge on gym stuff, bro. It's crazy. I feel like I should start my own channel a little bit, but nah, I ain't.
Bro, me too. Look,
I gotta
mean,
focus on doing this first.
I'll be talking to people about gym stuff, and they be like, bro, I'm like in the process of training somebody now. Like, you do it and you know.
So,
you learn
it's so
what works.
simple, bro. It's like y'all doing too much extra stuff, bro. It's just so simple.
Yeah,
bro.
but let's get into that, bro.
It's so
because,
simple.
hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Hold on. What other questions
This
you got, bro?
I just want to let's wrap this up, bro, because that's a great subject, bro. What'd you say? Deceiving? What your professor say?
Deception, bro.
Don't
Hey, shout out
don't
to
deceive
Silver, bro.
yourself.
You know
That's gonna be
me.
the title of this episode, but bro, just wrap this up for me. A kid coming out to Topeka, coming out the city, coming from where y'all came from, where we came from.
Hey, we still going. I'm gonna just keep saying that shit. We still go ahead.
Yeah. I'm saying though, where I'm at right now, how do you have? I kind of want to say like a childlike mindset where you don't like you.
Oh, it really
a
is,
kid
bro.
will jump off the steps and not even think about no consequences at all.
Uh-huh.
They don't give a damn. How do you have a childlike mindset when it comes to planning out your next steps, planning out your future? Because I feel like once you hit 18, your senior year, that's kind of like your free trial is up on life. Like you kind of got to get out there and,
Yeah.
and figure it out.
You just started as a baby.
Obviously, everybody's parents is not gonna let them just go out there. Like you're gonna still have support, but it's kind of like you got to start building this on your own and doing your own thing. How do you have that childlike mindset where you can just go out there and not limit yourself or put a ceiling on yourself?
Bro, I just think, bro, I definitely, like, I know exactly what you mean. Call me child, whatever, but I'd be at work and on the same kind. I just feel like,
Like, is that something you're born with, or is it just a
maybe,
mindset?
bro, it could be a mindset. Me personally, I feel like life, like, there's a lot of things in life, it's like, it's not that deep. So it's like, we'll be at work, and for example, I'm bored, so I'm like, okay, cool, I'm rapping to myself, whatever. I might throw out a ski or something. Somebody like, okay, like, stop yelling, or